Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. My name is Bree and today I will be showing you how I make some of my clothing items with just my Cricut Explorer 1, the vinyl mats, a couple centering pieces that I have, and the software that comes with the Cricut cutter 12x12 heat press. I have a MacBook Pro that I just recently got, so that's the computer and device that I will be using. I'll show you how everything is hooked up, how to place the vinyl and everything, and this should be a good informative video, especially for those who just got into making their own clothes and cutting vinyl and putting them on fabric. Those are the materials I'll be using. Let's get started. Here's the machinery and different items that I'll be using today right here. Like I said, the 12x12 heat press, 3 different vinyl mats, the actual vinyl, scissors, lint rollers, the weeder, everything I'm gonna need, Cricut cutter here, centering pieces here, and this is the MacBook that I will be using it on. Okay, so now what you wanna do is just pull up the Cricut Design Space on your computer. If you don't have it already installed, you can go ahead and go to the website at cricutdesignspace.com, and then it'll give you an option to download it. Go right over here, download it, allow it. Since I already have it, I'm not going to download it again, so I'll just X right out of this, and this is what the software looks like, so I'm going to make it full. Here are some of the other designs that I already have, some of the cuts that I've already created. So what I'm going to do is just go to one that I already have, which is going to be the nude hoodie sets. And I actually want to customize it because I want to go in and make the design just a little bit bigger for the hoodie that is going on. So I'm going to go right in here, click right on the design, and use the arrow here to pull it out. Space it out, make it just a little bit further. Now I am doing two of the hoodies, so I'm going to go ahead and make 2 of these. So for me, I just left click on my laptop and paste. And that's now how I have 2 of them. There's different ways that you can do it. You can do Control C, which will copy it, and Control V, which will also paste it. Or you can go right in here and select it. Or you can also left click on it and just duplicate, and it will make another one for you. But I'm going to delete it because I don't need it. But now that they are cut out, I'm going to click right over here and go to make it. It is always important to make sure that you flip it to a mirrored image, so that way when it cuts out and you place the image mirror right on the garment, it will show up correctly. So always remember to mirror image. I'm going to go over here and click continue and fix my device because for some reason it's not connected. So I'm going to go ahead and get my device together. Okay, and now that I've got it all together, my device is finally set up. Now the device pretty much tells you what to do next. You can go ahead and click the enter button, which will go ahead and load the mat onto the cutter. Now for some reason mine is in cardstock, so I'm going to change it. So now that we have the machine set up, we got the design all ready to be cut out, I'll show you the next step, which is applying the vinyl to the mat and then allowing the mat to go inside the machine and be cut into the design creation that you made. There's 3 different type of mats that I have: strong grip, light grip, and standard grip. And it just depends on, I use them based on the design. So a design that's a little harder to cut out, that needs to be more strict while the machine goes ahead and patterns it, I like to use a strong grip. And obviously for something that's simple, like a logo, like my logo, super simple, you just go ahead and use the light grip. But I'm going to use a standard grip for the design today because it is somewhere in the middle between those 2 levels of difficulty. So I'm going to go ahead with the standard grip. I probably use the standard grip the most. It's just the most reliable. It's just what I found is a good tool for me in the different designs and logos that I create. So it works for me. I like to cut it out based on the length of the design. So sometimes people cut the whole 12x12. This design in particular is like a 12x6. So I'll cut exactly 12x6. I have to save every piece of vinyl because vinyl is expensive, okay? And it goes so quickly. So people don't understand that we're making clothes. The vinyl is probably the most expensive and quickest thing to go. So I'm going to go and just, simply line it up with the mat. So it's here now at about 12, and I'm just going to go ahead. It's at 5. Top of the mat is how I know it's at 12 for me. Sometimes, too, I like to go just an inch lower just for the borderline and everything with the software. It's completely transparent with what's on here. So just for safety reasons, I hate when I cut something in the end of it, it's not a full G or a full Y. It's like a slant because the vinyl wasn't cut long enough. I have a perfect sheet for these two designs, and I also have an extra piece to create even more designs. So that's my tip to people who are just starting. Do not throw away your pieces of vinyl because it's not a full 12 by 12. You can still use it for so many more things. Go ahead and take the covering off. Place the vinyl. Always place the vinyl on the mat shiny side down. Shiny side down, so that way when it cuts in that mirror image, like we talked about earlier, you always want to cut in the mirror image. You always want to cut in a mirror image. Wow, that was tough. And now it's ready to be put onto the machine to be cut. Okay, so I am taking the Cricut, the mat, placing it inside the two hooks, making sure that this stays flat. As you can see, I have the blinking light here, which is cohesive with what's over here. So this will continue to tell you exactly the next step. Now, for some reason, mine is on cardstock, but because it is vinyl, I'm going to go ahead and turn it to iron-on because that's what we're dealing with, HTV, iron-on vinyl. I'm going to go ahead, now it's telling me to go ahead and insert the mat here. Machine checks, make sure everything is clear, and now it's giving me the okay to begin cutting. As you can see here, it's telling me to go ahead and get started, so that's what we're going to do. Press it there. And now the machine begins to cut. And as you can see here, this just kind of keeps you updated about the progress of it being cut and how much longer it has. And now that the designs have finished being cut, it's now giving me the option to release the mat from the machine. So here, yeah, now we have our designs all nicely cut out and ready to be weeded. So it's best, if possible, to leave the vinyl on the mat while you weed it out, just because the adhesive keeps it strong on the mat, so it makes weeding a little bit easier. You'll see what I'm talking about. The first thing that you want to do is go through and find all the middle pieces that are going to come out. This part's going to come out, and I'll do my best to show you. I don't have a camera yet to face down and show you the actual thing, so I'll do what I can. So I'll start with an S because this just has the biggest piece right now, and it'll be the easiest for me to show you. Go ahead, take my weeding tool here. My nice weeding tool, as you can see, has sharp edges just so it can go in there and dig the vinyl out. I'm gonna go inside the vinyl and just take out the extra piece so that the design is exactly how I want it to be. Go ahead and take the center E out, and then I'll go ahead and finish the whole thing. See? Now that I have all the pieces weeded out, it's time to take off the vinyl. I like to start in the corner just to kind of help you lift it up. And then you just slowly begin to pull. And now that I've got the entire vinyl off, you can now see the design cut in the mirror image. So that way, when we flip it over onto the garment, it will look mirror right and exactly how we want it to. So I have my heat press set up. I'm gonna go ahead and get it turned on. So I'm gonna go ahead, there's the button on the side. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. It's gonna go ahead and heat up. So I already have my heat press set, I believe, to 315 degrees for 30 seconds. So once it gets all heated up, I'll go ahead and place the garments onto the machine. We'll get started. So, but how you set it, you'll press mode. Yeah, I have mine set to 310. So mode, that's where it is. Turn it up if you want it hotter. Decrease it if you want it cooler. Press mode next. It'll actually do the same thing. And then you go ahead and set the timer right here. Now that the temperature is set, I'm gonna go ahead and put the garment on the heat press and get started with this. We're gonna come here have a swing one, so we're gonna swing it around. Place the garment. Once you have your garment placed on the machine, you wanna go ahead and give it a soft press. Swing it back around. Don't pull it all the way down, clamp it, just kind of let the heat sit on there for a little bit just to get out any wrinkles or anything that can mess up the actual placement of the vinyl. Back around. And now I'm going to grab the centering tool, place the centering tool right in the middle here. I'm going to go ahead and take my design, place it on the garment where I think the center would be. Go ahead and grab my centering tool and let's measure and make sure it's where it's supposed to be. So now that the design is placed in the center, we're going to go ahead and actually turn the heat press around and go ahead and get this design stamped onto the garment. So swing it around. Now this time you want to pull the latch all the way down. Make sure that it's tight on the line. This is just a way I can make sure that it's tighter. And go ahead and press play on your machine to get the timer started. And in 30 seconds, you'll hear the heat press go off. And that's how you will know it's time to check your garment. And that's the buzzing. Go ahead and stop that. We're going to go ahead and lift it up. Turn it around. And let the garment cool off. I always try to let it cool for about 20 to 25 seconds. Sometimes if you pull it off too soon, the letters won't stick, things like that. You always want to make sure that it's nice and firm on the garment so that way it doesn't come off and start to peel as when people wash them and things like that. You want to make sure that you have good quality merchandise. It's a little cooler now, so let's just go in and see. Again, start with the corners, peel. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Yep. And now it's placed right on the shirt. Okay, and here is the finished product. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love creating my own clothes. I love creating my own brand. Everything is nice on there. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. So I have two different collections that I'm dropping. This is just one that's about to come soon. I'm about to go ahead and just get started on it. Probably knock them all out today. Thank you for watching this video. I hope I was able to provide you with some tips and show you how to use your new vinyl cutter and get some things printed onto your garments. As always, I thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Leave any comments, questions, concerns, or advice that you have for me. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video.